right here. Alright, I think I need to download their shit though. They put a nice little trailer. Alright, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Why is bulking not optimal? Because bulking, right, you can still build the same amount of muscle whilst bulking and whilst on a main gain and even on a cut, you know, especially if you're high body fat percentage, right? If you're like around 20%, right, you're cutting down to like 15, 13, 14%, you know, because you can still build muscle. That's why it's not optimal, right? You can still build muscle whilst having a six-pack abs. You can still build muscle whilst looking lean and mean, not looking pudgy as fuck, not looking, you know, bloated. Guess who's not single anymore? Ooh, come on now, Uncle Angel, come on now. Yo, give me the tea, bro. Give me the tea. Give me the tea. How did it happen, bro? Who approached who? Who slid on whose DMs? Let me know, bro. Let me know your game. The Pringle. How do I show mine? I just click on your profile, Brad. I just click on your profile if you do have it on your profile. If not, then I don't know. Hop into the Discord and send it into the. Just asked her out today, bro. She said yes. Okay. But how did you beat her? How did you slide in the DMs? You know what I mean? Was it like, hey yo, my heart. Hey yo, my heart. Gwen Stacy, just don't watch Tasmanian. Well, Tasm 2. What's that? What's that? Fortnite. Oh, Fortnite's updating. Let's have a look. Edit. Let me edit this. Hold up, guys. Let me do this. Entertainment. Save that. Yeah, but you can build muscle fast on a bulk, but for most people who just want to be fit, it's not optimal. I don't think so. You don't build muscle faster on a bulk. You build muscle at the same rate. Unless you're below 10% body fat, you build muscle at the same rate. You think you could rate my bench instead of my physique? Yeah, of course, Jamie. Of course. I can rate your bench. You know, I can have a look at the form. I've cut down from 100 kg. I'm at 76 now. Currently sat at 10% body fat. I want to start bulking. How do I? Jacob, one question. This is why I'm so confused about people that bulk. Right, they bulk just to cut down again, and the same thing with people that cut down to bulk again. What's the point? What's the point of cutting down from 100 kg down to 76 and now you want to bulk again? Why didn't you just build muscle? Build muscle as you're cutting down, and when you get to a satisfied weight category that you're satisfied with, then you main gain from there. Once you main gain from there, you can still build muscle, right? And then body recomp. But if you want to gain body fat again, obviously, you know, bang gym hard, do heavy weights, go till failure. You know what I mean? Then you start building muscle. Work harder than last time, lift heavier than last time, more reps. You know how we do. Yo, I've been liking the uni life so far. Hey, come on now, Ash. Obviously, come on. Uni is like pretty. It's the highlight. It's the highlight of your teenage years. You know what I mean? Known her for a while. Been talking for some time. Halfway through my set, I said, "Fuck it." Yo, I'm glad you plucked up the courage to ask her out. What I'm gonna say is, you know, next time, don't leave. You know, you left it too late, man. Next time, right, just slide straight in. If you find her attractive, slide straight in, bro. Yeah, it's better to find out earlier than later. But you know, in your case, it worked out. In your case, it worked out. Are you really 5'1", G? No, bro. Come on now. I'm not 5'1". I'm 5'7". You know what I mean? I'm 5'7" on the real. 5'1". I was just trolling from that post. That's why I want to my form. So important to me, bro. It's in my pin. All right, guys. I'm gonna start rating soon. Everyone double clock the screens. All right, everybody double clock the screens. Let's get this live up to like let's get it to 1K. All right, let's start off small. Let's get up to 1K, and you must be mistaken. Nam is 6'5". I'm 6'7", bro. Come on now. How do I main gain then? I started a lot with body fat around body 30. How do I main gain? Right now, well, how tall are you? How do you main gain? What you want to do is eat at a calorie where you maintain your weight, right? Eat at a calorie where you maintain. You're 6 foot. Oh, you're 6 foot. Jacob, you're 6 foot and you are 76 kilo. That's a decent amount of weight. So what you want to do, eat, right? Eat at a maintenance where you don't gain weight, where you don't lose weight, right? And bang gym hard, work hard. And then as you are building that muscle, right? As you are building that muscle, naturally, you will start burning off the last remaining bit of body fat to get shredded. But that's how you do it, man. Yo, how long did it take you? 2.5 years. Come on now. Thank you for the glaze, my guy. I appreciate it. Let me do this. What happened to my primary speakers? How come the volume's not working? Appreciate advice. Yeah, no worries, man. Everybody double clock the screens, follow up. I would appreciate it. I'm 5'6", 80 kilos, 12% body fat. Wanting to bulk, I find it hard to properly feel myself. James, it's all about mindset. All right, you just need to eat enough calories. Right, you just need to eat enough calories to maintain your weight, or even just gain a little bit more weight. Because you're 6'5", 80 kilos. That's a little bit on the light side. Right, 6'5", 80 kilos. If you're 6'5", you want to be around 90 kg, full of muscle. So what you want to do is bang gym hard. Just eat a little bit more, right? Just eat a little bit more than you're used to, right? If you're full, if you feel full, right, just take that last 2 bites, right? Obviously, if you're not disciplined enough to eat enough calories, then you want to serve yourself more and finish off your bowl. Or just count calories. Counting calories is like the last resort, right? If you're not disciplined enough to eat enough to maintain your weight or even gain weight. Don't bulk. Exactly, bro. Lean is law, bro. Lean is law. How is bulking something? If you're underweight, you're talking about dirty bulking in specific. I'm talking about anything below 10% body fat. You shouldn't. If you're around 10% to around 20% body fat, do not bulk. The only time you should bulk if you're below 10% body fat, and bulk up to a healthy range, right? Below 10% is fucking unhealthy as fuck. Lean bulking is definitely not optimal. It is optimal. Is standing bicep curls and hammer grip on the preacher machine enough for biceps? Yes, any sort of bicep movement is enough, right? As long as you work hard, as long as you work till failure, you should be Gucci, all right? You should be Gucci. Yo, right? Your biceps can only move one way, guys, right? Take note, right? Your bicep can only go one way, right? It's just, bro, there's no other angles your bicep can go. It's either up or down, right? The flexion of your elbows, the joint of your elbows can only go one way. Right, it doesn't matter if you're like this, like this, like this, like this. It doesn't matter, right? Just bang out bicep curls, and you should get bigger biceps. I do MMA, so I burn a lot of calories. Is there any food that are easier to go down? Carbs, bro. Rice, potato, pasta. Rice, potato, pasta. Right, dense in carbs, dense in calories. Right, Don't eat fucking, if you're serving yourself a portion of meal, right? Don't give yourself more meat than fucking rice and carbs and all of that stuff, right? Because meat protein, right? They are dense in protein, yes, but they're low in calories. Low in calories compared to carbs. I'm 61 kg and 5% body fat. What? 5%? 5% is like hella underweight. 5% weighted yesterday. Nah, I'm gonna have to see. Do you have pictures? 6K, do you have pictures? 5% is crazy. 5% is like borderline hospitalized. No, rate physique, man. I'm gonna rate physique once I hit 5K likes. Once I hit 5K likes, I'm gonna start rating physiques. So double tap the screens. Not accurate. What do you mean? Let me have a look. 6K, do you have any physique pictures? My laser eye is more accurate than those machines. Right, those machines, you know what I mean? They're like a hit and miss. They're like plus or minus 5%. But my eyes is 100% accuracy. I've got a flight booked for the end of 2026. Come on now, 90 kg maximum, wanting to bulk to 10 kg by then, lean bulk possible. What? I've got a flight booked for end of 2026, so that's in 2 months. 90 kg maximum, wanted to bulk 10 kg by then. 10 kg in 2 months, right? Of lean muscle mass? Probably, no, most likely not possible. But, right, if you want to bulk up with like what, 3 kg of lean muscle mass plus a 7 kg body fat, then yeah, sure, it's possible. A year, bro. A year and 2 months, bro. Oh, at the end of 2026, my bad. Mate, I'm Asian and I can't even maths. Do you rate physiques? Yes, I do. I'm rating physiques, but everyone double clock the screens, right? Okay, at the end of 2026, so that's a year and 2 months. 10 kg, yeah, it's possible. It's possible. Yeah, as long as you work on your legs as well, it's possible, very possible. Your legs and your bum is the biggest muscle in your body, right? You get that up, bro, it's very possible. Work out as you get bigger legs and bigger bums, right? Pause. A bigger get, right? You're more likely to build bigger muscles elsewhere as well, because your natural test levels will skyrocket through the roof as your legs and bums get bigger. How am I setting in the physique? It depends, Benny. Right? If you have your physique on your profile, I just click on your profile, and if you don't, send it through Discord. You know what I mean? At 5%, you're basically 5% is like bodybuilding stage ready, right? The mental capacity that bodybuilders go through when they're at sub 10% body fat is crazy, right? How you're at 5% all year round, bro, you must be mentally not there. How am I sending in the physique? I got my other account. I have physique, bro. I can't even talk, bro. I've got my other account. Yes, I have my physique vid on there. Alright, cool. Follow me up on both accounts, and then you know what I mean. And then you know what I mean. I'll start the physique rating soon. Alright, everybody, double clock the screens, man. At 8%, I feel good. 8%, bro. 10%, right? When you're below 10%, that's when your body starts to go into like survival mode, right? If you mentally feel good at 8%, try adding 2 more percent, or even 3 or 4 more percent, and you'll feel even better, right? You don't know what good is if you've been bad all your life. You know what I mean? If you've been bad all your life, you look so much older. What do you mean? I look so much older. You look older because of my hair. Because I braided my hair. Maybe because of my hair is like braided back, I look older. Rate mine, but you know what I mean. bodybuilders go on a bulk and they are professional at building muscle. They are not suboptimal. Yeah, but bodybuilders are also on the sauce, right? And the sauce is just cheating, right? The sauce is for lazy people. I'm starting to bulk now, mate, but I suppose, right? I think the only time I could recommend a bulk to someone is when they're below 10% body fat. And YUVINP. When bodybuilders say that they're bulking, bro, they're not really bulking, right? They bulk from 5% body fat to 10%. They're still below 10%. They even stay around 8 or 9% body fat, right? That's not really a bulk. How are they bulking but still have six packs? Right? I wouldn't really call that a bulk. They just use a shit ton of calories and protein because they're on the sauce. And obviously, because they're on the sauce, their muscle growth is accelerated exponentially. You'll be astonished on how little they actually take their natural physique. What? You'll be astonished at how little they actually take and their natural physique is still impeccable. What do you mean? Bodybuilders' natural physiques. What do you mean before they take the roids? What are you talking? Yo, Jamie, thank you for the likes, man. 3K likes, guys. I appreciate it, guys. Sure, they would look insane at it too, but they take a lot. Bro, do you know how to read? Not really, bro. A man's dyslexic out here. Right? You'll be astonished how little they actually take and their natural physique is still impeccable. I'm still confused. Bro. What do you mean? So they take a little bit of steroids, but they're still natural? Well, I'm baffled, bro. I am 80 kg right now. I want to lose some weight and retain muscle. Any advice to what food to avoid? Right, it's not about what food to avoid, Osman. Right, it's the amount of calories you intake and how much calories you burn. Right, at 80 kg, depending on how tall you are, right. What you want to do? I'll say I'm gonna have. How tall are you guys? Are you, Osman? How tall are you? And what's your body fat, if you know? Right. If you're, I think 80 kg, right? If you're 80 kg, you should be around, around 5'10", 5'9". 5'9", full of muscle, 80 kg would look good. Hi, Sam's Fitness. Welcome to the chat. What's good? I'm saying they take very minor dosage, and even before taking enhancements, their physique is impressive. Are you talking about every single bodybuilder? I doubt it. Or are you just talking about Chris Bumstead? It's give or take around 5'8". All right, around 5'8". Okay, so you probably look like this, around 5'8", 80 kg. You probably look like this right now, right? So I sent 2K likes. Reckon rate me a bench now. Of course, Jamie. Of course, bro. Of course. Let me get you up. I will say, right, eat. You can either eat at a slight deficit or you just maintain, right? It depends. It really depends up to you. I would suggest a main gain. So eat the same amount of calories you would do to maintain your weight, right? If you're 80 kg right now, right, eat the same calories to maintain that weight and just bang out gym. Work hard, go till failure, work harder than last time, more reps, more weights, right? Each week, progressive overload, right? And in time, right, once you get bigger muscles, right, you'll naturally burn more fat. And as you naturally burn more fat and you're eating the same amount, right? Then, right, it'll start to chip away at the body fat. That's what I did, right? This is 70 kg right here, and this is 70 kg right here, right? This is 70 kg with a little bit of fat. You know, some people will say this is like a skinny fat build, and this is 70 kg full of muscle. So that's what we call a body recomp. How do I send? All right, I'll just look at your thing. What's it called again? I'll just look at your thing, bro. I just look at your TikTok profile. All right, hold up. All right, Jamie, what's good, Jamie? So which one are you telling me to look at right now? Let me move this over here. Hold up, guys. Let me move this over here. Let's have a look. Oh my god, why is this so big, bro? Pause. All right, let me make this smaller. And then make this bigger. Yo, 6K, thank you for the one rose, by the way. I appreciate it. Smells beautiful, my guy. Come on now. All right, oh my god, why is this here? Sick physique, Jamie. Let's have a look at the bench. All right, guys, everyone, if you got any tips for Jamie's form on the bench, let's hear it. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, bench form. We're talking about bench form, right? Let's have a look. All right, obviously. Okay. For your legs, all right. Let's start off from the legs. There's two ways you can really do the bench, right? You can do it this way with your toes pointing into the ground, or you can have your feet flat on the ground. If you have your feet flat on the ground, you can have more grip, right? Whereas with your toes, you don't have that much grip. And when you're actually using your leg as leg drive, right? You're actually pushing your bum upwards, right? With your toes. Well, if you have it flat, right? You can push away from the bench, right? So you can give more power into your back and into your arms rather than pushing your legs off the ground. I'll say, I think that's the first thing, where your leg is positioned. But other than that, right, you got a nice natural arch on your back. You got, let's see, arms coming down to your nipples, which is fine. Right, I think everything you're doing is great. I think maybe just your legs. I don't know how powerlifters, place their legs, right? But my humble opinion, I usually have it flat and push forward to get that leg drive. But I'm not a powerlifter, so you know what I mean. So don't. I train for aesthetics. Rate me at current. Thank you, my man. Powerlifters has to be flat-footed. Okay. Yeah, and powerlifters, they lift heavy, right? So if you want to lift heavy, you want to go for a PR. This looks like a PR to me, right? 1 rep. Yeah, 1 rep. I've never done a 1 rep in my life, but if you want to lift heavier, you need more leg drive. Just have flat foot, and as you have flat foot, right, just under your knees, you can push away from the bench. So you're going like this. You're pushing away from the bench, and that way you get more tension into your back, and that way, yeah, because everything's stiff, right? If everything's stiff, it's like a spring. The tension goes into your back and then into your arms as you push up. Pause. All right, but yeah, other than that, bro, very decent lift, 130 kg, very, very strong, man, very strong. 130 kg, very strong. Come on now. All right, 1 minute, guys. Everyone, double clap the screens and follow up. I would appreciate it. My lats hurts after doing a pause bench. Your lats hurts. If your lats hurts after a pause bench, right? You probably contracted your lats muscle so much that it's like a cramp, right? When you after a cramp, you have that little pain feeling in your muscle. You just need to relax it again. You just need to massage it a little bit to get rid of that muscle knot, and then you should be fine. It's just because your lats are not used to clenching, pause, that hard, pause, god damn, pause. I just posted my physique just now on TikTok account. Do you think you can? Yeah, of course. Let's everybody. All right, if you want me to rate your physique, type me in the chat right now. Type me in the chat if you want me to rate your physique, bro. Type me in the chat just one time, man. Just one time, and I'll load up your profile. All right, so we got 6K. Welcome to the chat. We got Gruz. Okay, I can't pronounce that name. Grusi. We got Victor. We got Bodders. My man Bodders. We got Sam Fitness. We got User Gym Private. We got Ollie. We've got User Gym Private, bro. You User Gym Private, bro. You're spamming. I'm sorry, but you flexing and have good lighting on the first while the second is unprepared, bro. If you have a look at my hair, right, that hair, right, was very short, and now I have very long hair. All right, let's have a look. You know, but bro, if you don't believe, that's down to you, bro. I don't really care if you believe it or not. You know what I mean? I'm eating unhealthy food, get my calories in. Okay, that is not the healthy way to go about it, right? But if you're skinny as fuck, then you gotta do what you gotta do, really. All right, let's have a look. Connor 6K, let's have a look. What does suboptimal mean about bulking? What does suboptimal mean about? Okay, why is bulking suboptimal? Because there's no point. You can still build muscle on a cut. As long as you're above 10% body fat, you can still build muscle, right? What's the point of bulking, getting pudgy, just to cut down again, right? The time you take, right? The time you take to get to cut down again, right? Okay, think about this, right? So everybody's logic, right? Now hold up. Okay. Let me just start this physique rating. I was gonna go on a tangent, bro. On a tangent. All right, never mind. All right, 6K. Connor, what's good? Obviously, Connor, very lean. God damn, what's all these scars on your biceps, bro? What's all these scars on your biceps? Kind of crazy. Anyways, very lean. Decent amount of muscle mass. I'll say you're probably around what, 12% body fat, give or take. I would say you need a little bit more muscle to really fill out your frame there. This angle looks crazy. The shoulder on this angle looks kind of crazy. Let's see. Yeah, I would say you need a little bit more muscle overall to really fill out the frame. But other than that, this is a very good physique, very lean, a lot of muscle definition. You know how it goes. Physique rating wise, right, I'll give this a solid 6.5, purely based on the leanness. Right. Now rate my new post, please. Yeah, Norris Sam Fitness. I'll get to you in a bit. You are 1, 2, 3, 4th in the queue. 4 in the queue. All right, we got IG. All right, IG Gruzery. Gruz. Okay, I can't pronounce his name. All right, but my G, my love. Yeah. But amazing physique, man. Everybody double clap the screens. Everybody follow up. I would appreciate it. Which one is this guy? Let's see. Oh my days, bro. Bro, that picture caught me off guard, bro. Right, the boxes are moving down too low. Try and get me banned, bro. All right. My man's gonna show off his piece. Obviously, this guy, you know, you got a decent amount of muscle mass, pretty lean as well. Probably about 14% body fat, probably about 14 actually. You know, decent amount of muscle mass. Leanness, I'll say the leanness is not quite there yet. Right, to get that more striations on the body, like 6K. But the only difference between you and 6K is you got a little bit more muscle mass than 6K maybe, but a little bit more body fat. I say 6K is way leaner than you, but you have a little bit more muscle mass, I think, or maybe it's just the body fat making your muscle looks more bulky, right? But it's a give or take, you know, it's a give or take. I would say this is a good physique. You look pretty tall as well. Being that tall to really be filling out the frame, it's pretty good. You know, I'll give this a solid. All right, I'll give this a solid 6.7 out of 10. 6.7 out of 10. Pretty good physique. You just need to build more muscle, cut down probably about 1 or 2% to really get that muscle definition to come through. Probably more time in the gym, muscle maturity as well. But other than that, very good physique. I'm not lean, but I'm powerlifting. Come on now. Yeah, man. Everyone has different goals. We've got Victor here. Victor, welcome to the chat. Let's have a look. Victor, David Lade, Victor. Right. Oh my god, this thing is happening again. I don't know why TikTok keeps doing this, right? But every time it's on the last picture, it just scrolls to the fucking next slide. Got a picture. Oh, this one. Alright, cool. Again, okay, this is a decent build. A lot of muscle mass. Pretty lean. 6-pack abs, wide shoulders, small waist, decent amount of muscle mass, probably about 14% body fat. This is like very good, actually. Very good physique. I'll say you are pretty heavily dominate arms and shoulder dominant, right? I think your chest is getting there as well, but maybe work out on your lower chest and your forearms to really balance out the physique. But other than that, right, very good physique. I'll give this a solid 7.5 out of 10. 7.5 out of 10, bro. Very good physique, Victor. All right, we've got Bodders. Which one am I looking at, Bodders? Two. Is milk good for gains? Milk on its own? But probably not. Right? Milk with other stuff like fucking normal food? Yeah, sure. Right? Having a little bit of milk in your diet is fine. But milk only? Bro, everything in moderation. Right? You're gonna need your fucking carbs. You're gonna need your meats. You're gonna need your vegetables, fruits. Right? Just be balanced, man. All right, one food is not gonna make a difference. You're gonna have to need you need a variety of food. They're not pinned. My bad. Second one. Hey, who's that? Hey, who's that? Yeah, you got a little feature, yeah. All right, cool. Let's have a look. Alright, let's have a look at the physique. Alright, oh my days. Alright, Bodders. I can see the bulk coming through, bro. Alright, the bulk is actually coming, bro. Alright. I'll say probably 16% body fat now. Probably 15, 16. 16, 15, maybe 15.5% body fat now, give or take. You know, I think you started off from like what, 10%, 11% or something like that. Pardon me, but yeah, this is a very good physique. Very good physique. Obviously, you put on a lot of muscle from the last few times. It was probably under 10. Yeah, now you're 15, 16. I will say, Bodders, right? Main gain from here, right? Don't put on more body fat, right? Just main gain from here and you Gucci, my guy. You don't want to look too bloated. But other than that, a solid physique, you know what I mean? You got decent amount of muscle mass coming through. Shoulders are popping as well. Very proportional physique, you know. You got good legs, good calves. show the bloat. Show the bloat. But that was forced bloat though. You know what I mean? But yeah, this is a very good physique. I'll give this a solid. I'll give this a. What was the last guy? The last guy I gave 7.5. I'll give you a decent 7.5 as well. 7.5. Very good physique, man. Very good physique. Keep doing what you're doing, but don't bulk anymore. Right? Stay here. Right? This is a good level to be at. 15%, 16% is a good level where you can still see abs. You good. All right. Sam's Fitness. Let's have a look. What does Sam say? Is this Sam? Yeah. Don't forget my first video, bro. No worries. Let's have a look. Is this a cinematic? What's going on? Oh, whoa. What kind of gym is this that is all caged up? That kind of looks scary. Kind of look like prison. What's going on? Yeah, first video. There's nothing here. This one. First video. Wait, let me refresh. Check the latest one. Is this the latest one? It's just the gym. Or am I crazy? This one. Let's see. This one. Wait, what am I doing again? Am I checking physiques? Bro. Vascular. Check the latest one. I can't see any physiques. You don't do much posing, do you? I need to see chest. Pause. There's a. Damn, I have to see if it's set for everyone. Check the arms. This one. Well, I can't rate you based on arms only. I can rate you based on your forearms. Can't be doing that. The third one. This is the third one. Yeah, third one. Can't be rating just your arms. I can't see. Obviously, you look pretty lean. There's a lot of veins on your arms. You know what I mean? But what can I say? What can I say about your arms? What can I say, man? Hi. I don't think there's anything I can say about your arms. I need the whole physique, Sam. Where's my thing? There it is. Where's my thing? I'll have to repost the one that's not there, bro. Alright, no worries. Why is it not there? That's the real question. Alright, I'll come back. We got user private gym. You have nothing here, user private gym. Nothing here. Oh, you do. User private gym. Alright, let's have a look. Alright, user private gym. Alright, decent amount of muscle mass. Pretty lean. 2010. Pretty lean, decent amount of muscle mass. You know, I would say you just need to work on your muscle maturity, but that's just time in the gym. You know, you got pretty wide shoulders, small waist. Maybe work on your lower back as well, lower back, glutes, and legs to really balance out the physique. I can see here from your glutes it's not really that developed, but other than that, you know, solid physique. You know, you got a lot of muscle definition. All right, veins popping out your shoulders, pretty good. Six-pack abs. You know, probably about 12% body fat, 11% body fat, give or take. I would say you just need to build a little bit more muscle to really fill out the physique. Considering, you know, you look pretty tall, but other than that, a very good physique. I'll give this a solid. Alright, I'll give this a solid 7.7 out of 10. 7.7 out of 10 user private gym. Very good physique. We got Ollie here in the chat. Ollie is a powerlifter. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. I'm 2011 powerlifter. Let's have a look. Now, obviously, you know, you got a lot of mass on you, a lot of body fat I can see, but obviously that comes with a lot of power. Everyone has different goals. Powerlifter's physique obviously has different goals, right? Thank you for the follow, Ginge. I appreciate that. Could you do me? Pause. Yes, I can. Pause. Yeah, obviously you're holding on to quite a lot of body fat, Ollie, but you need that for the powerlifting. Physique rating wise, obviously it's not going to be high because I based everything based on aesthetics and how proportional people look and how good they look, right? But you're fucking hella strong, especially for 14, right? Let's see, let's have a look. All right, is there any physique, or is it just powerlifting? All right, right here. Obviously you're probably around 18, 19, probably about 20% body fat, give or take. Okay, from the arms, right? From the arms, probably about 20% body fat. Physique rating wise, you know, I'll give you like a solid 4 out of 10. But don't take that to heart. You know, that's solely based on aesthetics, right? But everyone has their own different goals. I play rugby. Yeah, you play rugby, so yeah, definitely. You'll definitely need it for rugby. But yeah, keep doing what you're doing. You're mad strong. You know what I mean? Sam's Fitness. Let's go back to here. There we go. I see it. Sam's Fitness. I see it. All right. Sam's Fitness. Oh, you're not as lean as I thought. You are not as lean as I thought. From your arms, I thought you was around 11% body fat. But from the body, you're probably sitting on around 14, probably 14% body fat. Okay, so I was at 40 dishes. Where's Vin? I don't know where Vin is. 170 deadlift. It's good for 65 body weight. Ginger's lift. All right, what's going on? What's going on in the chat, bro? Everybody clout up the screens, double clout the screens, and everybody follow up. I would appreciate it. All right. Check me, trust. All right, guys, I'm going to start a new batch now. All right, Sam's Fitness. I'll give you like a solid 7 out of 10, Sam's Fitness, if you're still here. All right. All right, so let's have a look. If you want me to rate your physique, type me in the chat. Type me in the chat if you want me to rate your physique. Can I launch this? Me. Oh, shit, I launched Fortnite by accident. I launched Fortnite by accident. My bad. Alright, might as well play a little bit of Fortnite now. Alright, let me get up the peoples. Alright, we got where's Ginge? Alright, got Ginge, we got Cots, we got Hagolf, and we got. Alright, let's have a look, Ginge. Alright, let's have a look. How to actually make progress in the gym. Alright, show up when you don't want to. Eat as much as you can. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, all back poses. Let's see. Do you have any front poses? Oh, there we go. Alright, Ginge. Alright, Ginge, you're pretty lean. You know, you're probably about. Holy cow, why is that so loud? You're pretty lean, right? You're probably 13% body fat, give or take, right? Decent amount of muscle. I'll say you do need a lot more muscle to really fill out the frame, but this is a decent start. This is a decent start to your journey. You got veins on your shoulders, which is pretty good. You know, it's probably about 12% body fat then, or maybe probably about 12% body fat, give or take. Actually, from this one, you're probably about 13 actually. Right, from the torso, probably about 13% body fat. But yeah, you just need to build more muscle. Other than that, great physique. I'll give you like a solid 6.5 out of 10. 6.5 out of 10. Very good physique. Ginge. We've got Cots in the chat. Cots, welcome to the chat. Let's have a look. Right, Cot is lean, very lean. Let's have a look. Alright. What's this? Alright. Very lean. Do you have like one where you're not angle abusing, bro? Alright. Alright. This is angle abusing to the max. All right, let's have a look. Obviously, you know, you got a very good amount of muscle mass, pretty lean, probably about 12%, probably about 11% actually, probably 11% body fat, wide shoulders, small waist, good chest, good shoulders, good back pulls. But yeah, this is a very aesthetic physique, right? This is like top tier right here. I think people that goes to the gym will actually look at this and strive for this to be their goal. So this is a pretty good physique. Oh, what's going on there? What's going on your left, lower left, right, lower right chest? But yeah, but there's nothing. Yeah, very proportional as well. Very proportional physique, right? Cots, bro, very good physique. I'll give you like a solid 8.8 out of 10. Very good physique, my guy. Right? Obviously, you're not showing any legs, so I'll just leave that to imagination, right? But other than that, very good physique. 8.8 out of 10. Very good physique, bro. Right. Hagloff, welcome to the chat. Let's have a look. Everybody follow up. Everyone double clock the screens. I would appreciate it. What about me, gang? Yeah, I'll get to you in a bit, Aiden. I'll get to you in a bit. I'm 17, by the way, when you check mine. All right, cool. Is it all right if I check out mine? I bulked at the minute. Bulking. Lean is law, guys. All right. Lean is law, man. All right. The only reason why you should bulk is when you're under 10%. All right. Like this guy, Hagloff 17. Yeah, you got a pretty good back. Right, okay, I can't see much. Right, you know, you got a decent amount of muscle mass, pretty lean, probably about 14% body fat, Hagloff. Right, I can't see much because you don't have that much pictures, right, of your front torso. But other than that, you know, decent amount of muscle mass. Right, I'll give this a solid, you know, 7.5 out of 10. Just by these pictures alone. Right, very good physique. Very good physique. All right. Let's have a look. Full screen. I need to lose some body fat. For real, lean is law, man. Yeah, lean is law, man. I don't get why people, you know, be bulking and cutting and bulking and cutting, just wasting time, just putting stress on your body, and you know how it goes, man. It's just so stupid, so stupid. All right. What happened to my thing? What's my thing? High computer load detected. Bro, I can't even play Fortnite and stream at the same time. What's wrong with my PC, bro? I need to upgrade. Let me close down this Fortnite. I loaded it by accident. Yo, what's good, chat? How do I lose body fat? Bro, you already know, bro. You already know how to lose body fat. Come on now. You tell me how you would... Oh my god, what's wrong with my camera? Why am I... Is my camera glitching? Is my camera glitching? What the hell? Can you guys see that? You lose fat by just eating less calories, man. You lose fat by eating... Oh, why is my camera glitching? What the hell?